Right, welcome back guys to another video, and what I've got for you today is my new car. I sold my M4 going back a few months now, and then had another little car in between that I got in as a part exchange, and now that's gone, so I've managed to find another car. Now I'll go through why I've bought this car. It's probably, a lot of people probably have seen this know about it and stuff, but yeah, it's a C63 AMG Saloon. And it's a facelift car with the AMG Performance Pack, which is one of the main reasons why I was drawn to this car, because I wanted one with the Performance Pack. So, and I'll go through the Performance Pack features in a short while as well. But yeah, as you can see here, it's here. So what I'll do is we'll go around the car and then we'll go for a quick little drive because it's a bit wet outside, and I've got a couple of plans with this car, so I'll go through them as well. So yeah, I hope you enjoy the video guys. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Performance Lifestyles. Check us out on Instagram, Performance_Lifestyles, and we're on Facebook as well, Performance Lifestyles. And if you'd like your car featured on the channel, drop us an email, pflifestyle@hotmail.com, and we'll be more than happy to accommodate. But for this video, C63, my new car, and I'll go through why I bought it and a few of the other bits and bobs that have been done to it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video guys. We'll catch you outside the car. So here it is, C63 AMG Saloon. It's a facelift car and it's had a few touches done to it, and which is the obvious one is the wrap. It is a black car underneath, but somebody has decided to wrap it in like a Nardo grey sort of colour. It's not to my liking, and the whole reason I bought it was my intention is to actually get rid of the wrap. I want it back to black, maybe change the wheels or refurb the wheels in a different colour, and do a couple of other little bits and bobs to it, because this car actually sounds absolutely mental as well. It's got like a few exhaust mods on it, but yeah, it's got 507 style wheels which are in need of a refurb, not this side so much but the other side. And with it being a performance pack, you get the red brake calipers, so you get 4 pots on the back, and then you get the 6 pots on the front. And it's also got this 507 style livery going on at the bottom of the actual decal, bottom of the actual doors here. Carbon kind of like look, side skirt extensions, black C60 6.3 AMG badges, and obviously the big calipers on the front as well. So I am actually planning on changing the tyres as well. They're not to my liking, they're budgety sort of tyres, but yeah, that's another story. But yeah, and as you can see, the wrap isn't in the best condition. On the front bumper, it's got a few little chips and marks on it. So my intention is to get rid of the whole wrap, sort out the bodywork however I need to sort it out, and then go from there. But yeah, as you can see, somebody's also decided a pinstripe was probably a wise idea, which I'm not a big fan of again. But again, it looks alright, it gets away with it for the time being. And the front end is actually missing a splitter, which would have been quite nice. But then I think I would have probably had it broken off by now anyway, because it would have been way too low. I believe it's on standard suspension, 19-inch wheels, and I think the rears are 285s, fronts are 255s, I believe, 235s, maybe 235s. But yeah, on the outside it's a bit of an obvious, it's a bit of a in-your-face sort of car, and you'll know exactly what I mean when I say in-your-face. It's the looks and the actual noise, because this thing sounds like an absolute beast. Seriously, this thing is actually absolutely mental. But yeah, it's actually not a bad car. And now the biggest thing with this car is the car was recorded as a damage repaired car, and I knew that obviously before I bought it, and I got it for a price which I thought was actually quite a decent price, because it's a low mileage car, it's got full history. So yeah, it's actually mechanically it's perfectly fine. Bodywork just needed a bit of tidying up, a few little things doing to it. So I thought, yeah, why not? I don't mind a little project. If it saves me a bit of money, then why not? So with it being having the P30 Performance Pack, it's got the carbon fibre spoiler here, which is genuine carbon, and I believe it's got like a carbon top roof thing as well, which looks quite nice. Don't know if you notice it. Black AMG badges, which have been done by the previous owner or one of the owners, and again. But the C63 badge, I believe, whoever put it on must have had one eye closed, because it should have been further over this way. That's way too far over that way, but I think they were kind of like matching the AMG badge. But again, it's got the rear bumper spat, rear diffuser, carbon rear diffuser, carbon look rear spat, so it's a bit of a mismatch, but it gets away with it. And these obviously big fins, which are they're quite popular and they're quite common in the C63 sort of world. And this one's also got Brabus exhaust tips, which the paint has flaked off, so I'm no doubt guessing they are not genuine Brabus. They have got the B stamped on them. But so on the exhaust side of things, it's actually got secondary decap pipes, a res delete and a back box delete, so it's fairly loud, to say the least. It sounds nice because it's an AMG and they are well renowned for being a bit of an ASBO sort of car, and this one most certainly is an ASBO car. It's loud. Cold start, it sounds bloody crazy. Honestly, if you've got neighbours that will be easily annoyed, then yeah, this is the car to annoy them in, because it's loud, very loud. But luckily for me, I don't drive it every day. Don't start it up silly hours in the morning, so it's actually perfectly fine. But I'll put a clip up here and you'll know exactly what I mean. This thing is savage. It's one of the loudest AMGs I've actually ever heard in the flesh, and as we all know, a loud AMG is not a bad thing. The 6.2 V8 actually grumbles very, very nicely, and this thing most certainly sounds immense. It sounds literally like thunder. This thing is, I know I've said that in my previous video about the coupe that I had, that sounded like thunder with secondary decats, but this one is actually, that was like a mild thunderstorm in the background further away, but this one is a thunderstorm cloud right above your head, and that's what this sounds like. Honestly, it is mental, and you'll know exactly what I mean. So onto the inside. I apologise now, I've not actually cleaned it or nothing. It needs a good, I thought I'd get the wrap taken off first, then we could do that. But yeah, you get the AMG aluminium kick plate, and with it being the Saloon, you get the better seats. I think these seats are a lot more hugging. The bolsters on them are very, very, I mean, you could get your whole hand down inside of the bolster, that's how big they are. And then they do come with AMG engraved, embossed on the actual seats as well. Now somebody's actually fitted a full carbon fibre steering wheel. I say full, apart from the centre parts. As a standard car, with it being a performance pack, these should have been Alcantara and that would have been leather. But somebody's put carbon fibre there with the red centre stripe and leather on the outsides, and I believe this is just a carbon fibre cover. That does actually look like genuine carbon, so these steering wheels, I know they're probably not far off 4 figures, so it's actually not a bad thing. Extended flappy paddles and stick-ons, which, yeah, look alright, I suppose. They're not too bad. They're actually a lot better than standard, because the standard ones are there and it's really fidgety and finicky and stuff. But yeah, these being up here, they're actually quite a decent thing. And then you've got your standard rev counter there, which is 8,000 RPM, 200 miles per hour on the clocks, and temperature and fuel, which it does get through, which again, standard feature. And it's also got satellite navigation, your usual dual climate control, heated seats, CD player, CD changer, I think it is. And yeah, just the usual sort of C63 features. Aluminium trim on the dashboard. My previous one did have carbon fibre extended trim, which was quite nice. But you could buy covers for these, or you could do something with them, so that's not really much of an issue. Leather door cards, which look quite nice, apart from the top part, that's plastic. Yeah, hard plastic. And then you get obviously the seating functions on the door, which is standard on most Mercedes cars in general. And yeah, and it's also got a sunroof, which I believe is an optional extra, and it looks quite nice. And another little feature this car does have, when I could find the keys, is just check this roof out. It's actually a very cold day today as well. It's freezing, to be fair. Yeah, you get your AMG logo on the centre thing there as well, standard. And it's got star lighting on the roof, which I don't know if you can make out there, but yeah, it's actually, again, it wasn't a feature that I was actually thinking, oh yeah, I really want this car because it's got this, but because it's there, I don't think it actually looks too bad. It's actually a very nice feature, and yeah, the whole car, like I mentioned, it is a damage repaired car that I've bought, and I've intentionally bought, and I've actually made a couple of videos in the past explaining why I think they're a very good buy, as long as you know what you're buying. A lot of people get scared with buying a damage repaired car, which I don't understand why, but well, I do understand why, but there's absolutely no reason as to be scared and stuff. As long as you look at the car physically, don't believe all the hype on the internet, don't believe what, you know, John on the internet says, because he's probably never had any experience with anything like that. But they're actually you can actually bag yourselves a bargain. Seriously, I mean, this car, with the mileage it's got, just above 30,000 miles and full history, with the performance pack, Saloon 2013 car, what would this really be worth? I mean, you let me know, and I personally think they're about 28,000 pounds. And if you were getting one of these, that's just because it's had a bit of damage and repaired for a fraction of the price, and I think it's a good buy. It's a very good move, to be fair, and hence why I've gone ahead and bought one. I've had a few damage repaired cars in the past, and usually, you know, as long as you check them over, they're perfectly fine. I have done a video on them. I'll put a link in the description for that video, so if you're new to the damage repaired sort of thing, then just a few little pointers as to what to look for and what to do and what not to do. So yeah, do check that out there. But yeah, it can be helpful and cost effective and saving, so you don't be spending nearly 30k on one of these. You can buy one for a fraction of the price. So yeah, I mean, what we'll do is we'll go for a little drive, and then I'll conclude the video. And it is just going to be a short drive today. It is a bit damp out there, and I have got to be somewhere in about 15 minutes, so we haven't got that long left. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Performance Lifestyles. Check us out on Instagram, performance_lifestyles, and we're on Facebook as well, Performance Lifestyles. And if you do like the video, please do click on the thumbs up, the like button, and help us grow. And if you'd like your car featured, like I always say, drop us an email, pflifestyle@hotmail.com, and we will be more than happy to accommodate and get your car on the channel. But we'll catch you on the drive. All right then, just a quick little drive in this thing. And as you could probably hear through the mic, and I really hope the mic is picking this up, this car sounds absolutely mental. Honestly, this thing it's very difficult to explain how good this thing sounds. C63s are well known for being a bit of a loud car, a bit of an Asbo car, especially when most of them do actually have the likes of a secondary decat pipe, and they sound, you know, absolutely awesome at that. But the moment you push them a bit further, they're not to everybody's liking, because they can be a bit loud, and like I mentioned before, they can easily annoy neighbours and stuff. But honestly, this thing is savage, absolutely savage. I'll open up the sunroof actually, put it into manual mode, and try not killing this bird, and you'll see what I mean. This thing, honestly, I really like these cars, and as you can probably tell, so the decision to actually go and buy one was thought of not long after I sold the M4, to be fair. Even though it's not been remapped or nothing, so it's standard AMG Performance Pack, SLS AMG internals, 487 brake horsepower, and even at that, I think it's plenty enough. But it still crackles and gargles at you, and I believe that is purely down to the fact that it's got some crazy exhaust modifications. Oh, Nissan. Squeaky Nissan 200SX. But yeah, this is, even though it's on 19-inch wheels, but it still drives perfectly fine. It's a bit of a firmish sort of ride, but so are all AMGs, and I believe the suspension on this is standard. It's like that, it was like gargling, and I'm sure that guy didn't look very impressed. This is probably the ideal car to wake up the whole of your neighborhood on a Sunday morning when everybody's trying to get a lie in. This is epic. This was literally just going to be a brief Let's knock it up about 4 gears, calm it down a little bit. This thing is just complete. It is just a complete and utter animal. It is an ASBO animal. This thing is fabulous. Now I will be making a more of an in-depth sort of video on this car a little bit later, so do watch out for that. This was just a brief one before I actually did a few things to the car, which I'm planning on hopefully doing later on today, tomorrow maybe. We'll see how it goes, see how the weather plays out for us. At the minute it's not the greatest, so yeah, I thought I'd quick time get a video out there with it in its condition and state that I bought it in, and then we could go from there and see how we progress with it. And yeah, and I do actually hope to progress with it. I have actually had an offer or two on the car, but I'm highly inclined to not go ahead with them, purely because I just want to do something with the car. So yeah, we will get another video up on the channel of it in a different sort of state. So yeah, that will be up later. But for today, I think I'm going to conclude the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, just a brief one of this ASBO car. And yeah, like I said, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Performance Lifestyles. Check us out on Instagram, Performance_Lifestyles. And we're on Facebook as well, Performance Lifestyles. And if you'd like your car featured, drop us an email, pflifestyle@hotmail.com, and we will be more than happy to accommodate. And if you like the video, please do click on that thumbs up, the like button, and help us grow. But for today, this is it. And as per usual, guys, stay safe, and we will catch you hopefully on the next video.